Doesn't get the roll. And a foul on the floor. This is going against Providence and going against Mekhi Ashton Langford. And that'll be the 15th foul in the first against Ashton Langford.
You see early on, we talked to both coaches before the game, and the one thing they both said, well, this is going to be a game of physicality. Well, we're seeing that. A lot of contact. The refs are doing a good job of keeping the game clean. But this is definitely a heavyweight fight down low under the basket.
Powell gets fouled on the three on the closeout by Ashton Langford. That's the second against him, and 3 free throws coming up for Myles Powell.
Ashton Langford was too much separation with Powell. He got caught on a screen, and then he tried to close out and just nicks Powell's elbow. That's just the kind of foul you just can't have. You can't foul a three-point shooter, especially a guy like Powell.
Powell misses the first free throw, shoots it at almost 80%. Michael Enzi comes back in for Ishmael Sanogo, and this is going to be a very interesting stretch right now because you have on the floor for Seton Hall Rodriguez playing with 2, Carrington back on the floor, Powell out there, and Angel Delgado. When you look at Providence, they're without their starting point guard, Kyron Cartwright. He's on the bench with those 2 fouls. They've got Mekhi Ashton Langford, a freshman, running the point. He's got 2 fouls. And you also have Isaiah Jackson. See where the scoring will come from. No Rodney Bullock on the floor either.
Yeah, Ed Cooley's keeping a close eye on the score and the time. And obviously, I think if they can keep a lead, then he's going to keep Cartwright out of the game and hope that Ashton Langford can be solid and not pick up his third.
Dangerous pass, knocked out of bounds, and it will be Seton Hall ball. And that will lead us to a timeout. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. A 3-point lead for the Friars at home here over Seton Hall.
You love the look of exterior lighting, but lighting contractors cost a fortune. And wiring your own lights? Well, don't try that at home. You need Disc Lights by Bell & Howell, the portable, powerful, solar-powered LED outdoor lights that mount flat to the ground to create incredible cascades of light. Best of all, there's no wiring at all. Just press Disc Light flat to the ground and you're done. Bell & Howell Disc Lights utilize light conversion technology that absorb the sun's energy in storage cells, where it's converted into solar-powered electricity. So when the sun goes down, Disc Lights come up for 10 full hours and turn off automatically in daylight. There's even a switch to turn them on and off manually. Add Disc Lights to accent your garden or to add ambiance by the back deck or beside the pool. Place one for a specialized accent light or an entire group for amazing landscape lighting. Each Bell & Howell Disc Light contains ultra-bright LEDs that last over 10 years in a durable, weatherproof stainless steel housing. And they're low enough and tough enough that you can even mow right over them. Remove the stick and lay them on any flat surface to add light to that dark walkway. Highlight steps and stairs for safe passage, or just to add inviting accent lighting to your outdoor living. Use the hook and loop strips to mount vertically, so now you can actually see the food you've got cooking on the grill, or add some extra light on the barn or backyard storage shed. And Disc Lights help to deter nighttime intruders. So which house do you think the thieves would hit? Only Disc Lights carry the Bell & Howell name, the brand your family has trusted since 1907. Whether you stake them, hang them, or lay them flat, Disc Lights deliver the right look and light in a snap. So you can spend up to $1,000 or more on pathway landscape lighting installed by a professional. Or you can get this set of 4 Bell & Howell Disc Lights for just $19.95, and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order today and you can get a second set of 4 Disc Lights. Just pay a separate fee. So don't delay. Order your Bell & Howell Disc Lights today. Just $19.95. Call now.
Call 1-800-278-1091 or go to disclights.com. That's 1-800-278-1091 or order online at disclights.com.
3-point lead for the Friars. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. And let's go inside the huddle with Ed Cooley.
In transition, they got 7 points, 8 points. It's going to be urgent getting back. You three got to go get a second shot. You're getting back. You guys understand that? You're getting back.
He's really just talking about floor balance. And, you know, you want to have guys crashing. You want to have your wings crashing, especially when you have athleticism and size in Diallo, Jackson, and Bullock. But you also got to have 2 guys back to prevent that transition fast break game that Seton Hall is trying to get going.
We made a big deal of the fact that Kyron Cartwright picked up his second foul. Since he went to the bench, it is even at 7 apiece. It's a 3-point lead for the Friars. Back in is Rodney Bullock. Also back in is Malik White here for Providence. And they pick up full court out of the timeout. Desi Rodriguez playing with 2 here for Seton Hall.
The matchup to keep your eye on is this one right here. Jackson on Powell.
Deflected ball by Diallo. Diallo says that was going to be off of Powell, but
Now that's what I meant, Diallo on Powell. And Diallo at 6'6", 6'7", is a little bigger, a little stronger than Powell, and can switch out on bigger and smaller opponents, and that's one of the advantages I think Providence may have defensively.
Carrington, the crossover. Jumper comes up short. The big rebound by Khalif Young.
We're going to try to keep going right back down to the paint and try to get something for Bullock on a cross screen.
Lindsay open for 3. Top of the key, long with it. And the rebound for Enzi. A good look for Jalen Lindsay, just couldn't put it down. And now a foul is called here against Khalif Young, and that's one of those touch fouls. It was a legit call by James Breeding, but it's one that...
Young put his arms in his back and nudged him. Not a lot of contact, but enough. And Diallo, who's probably the strongest player in the Big East, and has always kind of relished contact, is now on the line.
It was the first foul against Khalif Young. It was the team's 7th foul, so 1-on-1, but a miss at the free throw line by Angel Delgado.
And obviously with a different team without Cartwright, they're trying to play through Lindsay and Bullock.
And now a foul called against Miles Powell, and that'll be number 2 against Powell. And this is 1-on-1 here for Providence. Jalen Lindsay will be the shooter. And Lindsay on the season a 76% free throw shooter, and maybe if he can see one go down here, that'll get him going.
Well, it's important because remember, in the last time these two teams played, he had 0 points, and he really struggled. Both him and Cartwright combined for 0 points, so he has to be a guy that can give them something from the scoring column.
Delgado with good position. Kick out, open 3 for Carrington. Knocks it down, and a timeout taken right away here by Ed Cooley. Doesn't like the defense by his team. We're tied up at 22 here in Providence.
Outside the Roosevelt, in the shadows of Washington Peak, at the Polk Trailhead, or crossing the Madison River. Flex your freedom the way all of our great presidents intended at the Jeep President's Day event. Hurry in for great deals. Well-qualified current lessees of competitive vehicles get a low-mileage lease on the 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee for $269 a month.
22-22, that's the score. Seton Hall against Providence, and we're tied up because of the open 3 by Kadeem Carrington.
Well, it was great patience by Delgado, who is a very good passer out of the post. And then Carrington has really gotten himself going early. He's off to a good start. He's been in the shooting slump the last 11 games, just 19% from 3 and 35% from the field. So this could be kind of a breakout game for the senior point guard.
It was the first 3 of the game for Seton Hall. Now 1 of 6. A pull-up jumper, no. Rebound, put back. Second opportunity here. A third opportunity really as Ashton Langford can't finish. Another one as this time Alpha Diallo gets fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Well, if you're Ed Cooley, you're happy with the effort, especially on the offensive glass, but you'd like to see them finish better. Ashton Langford had a point-blank layup and just didn't finish, but Diallo has, in the last couple minutes, has really asserted himself on the glass and been that real aggressor on the offensive rebounding.
Diallo cannot hit the front end. Ishmael Sanogo comes back in for Enzi, who is called for his first foul. Diallo, 75.6% free throw shooter on the season. Diallo already with 6 rebounds, 3 of them offensive. Misses them both. He cannot believe it, and Delgado gets the rebound. A chance here for Seton Hall to take the lead.
Seton Hall still looking to play through the paint, and when they get paint touches, particularly when Delgado touches it.
Rodriguez left open for 3 and knocks it down, and now Seton Hall leads by 3.
Good ball movement, and Seton Hall mixing their game up, not just depending on paint touches strictly, but also getting the ball on the wings to the playmakers.
Diallo's jumper in and out. Kept alive nicely done by Khalif Young. It's an 8-0 run here for the Pirates. Again, Kyron Cartwright has been on the bench a long time here for Providence with those 2 fouls. Bullock against Rodriguez. Rodriguez has 2 himself. Makai Ashton Langford for 3. No. Rebound chased down by Carrington.
Providence has really struggled in the half-court offense the last few possessions. Sometimes it just comes down to making shots.
Delgado kick out. Rodriguez steps into a 3. This time it's long. Bullock knocks this one out of bounds, and it will be Seton Hall ball. Now remember, in the first meeting, it was a 19-0 run by the Pirates in the first half that pretty much put the game away. Right now it's an 8-0 run, and Ed Cooley is going to bring Kyron Cartwright back in, realizing what's at stake right here.
And as we predicted, once Providence lost the lead, you have to take a chance and put your floor general back in the game, let him control tempo, and hopefully he doesn't pick up his third.
Rodriguez off the glass, puts it in.
And that's a pro move, and that's something he's really good at, that spin move on the post. He's a big wing, very good with his back to the basket, and a nice shot off the glass.
With Cartwright on the bench, Providence was outscored by 6. Isaiah Jackson for 3, hits it off the assist by Kyron Cartwright.
And it's a simple thing, but Cartwright is the only guy on this team that can find guys and get the ball delivered perfectly right in the shooter's pocket.
Carrington was looking for the foul, didn't get the call. There's Delgado, misses from up close, and Bullock able to get the rebound.
And I like the fact that the officials are letting them play. It's a physical game, but they're letting them play and dictate the tempo on their own.
Bullock for 3. Delgado another rebound. The all-time Big East leading rebounder grabs another one. Delgado. And this is out of bounds. Khalif Young cannot control it. 27-25. Desi Rodriguez, who's coming off a career-high 33, able to spin back that left hand and give his team a lead.
You have 4 years to help you figure out the meaning of life. Do you realize what a great gift this is?
I think of college as a moment of pilgrimage.
You'll go places you never thought you'd go. You'll meet people you never thought you'd meet. And you will experience things that are so rich that you can hold on to them forever.
As long as there is fear, as long as there is curiosity, as long as there are undiscovered corners of the earth, and as long as there is willingness and desire, then you are capable of more. Free and now to lease a BMW X3 xDrive 30i for $499 per month this President's Day.
It's tax season, America. Time to make the most out of your tax return with Mako. Our expert paint and body specialist will give your car a new look. And since Mako's tax season paint sale starts at just $3.99, your wallet will have a new look too. Mako, America's body shop.
Log cabin lovers deserve the best. Visit eloghomes.com to see hundreds of spectacular log cabins. Register now at eloghomes.com and qualify for an additional 25% off and free handcrafted options.
Not all opinions are created equal.
Rodgers and Brady are the deodorants of the NFL. They take away all that smell.
Okay, cue the incense.
LeBron can play defense. He can pass. He can hit threes. He's the Swiss Army knife of this league. Harbaugh's a disruptor. It's what Uber did to taxis. Disruptors are really scary.
Perfectly opinionated.
I wouldn't say I'm wrong.
No chance.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays on FS1.
Coming up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report, Mike Hill and Casey Jacobson will have a preview of DePaul Villanova, which will air on FS1 later tonight. And we will have highlights from our first half. That's coming up on the Jeep Grand Cherokee halftime report. Kadeem Carrington coming off his last meeting when he had 23 and 7 assists against Providence. Apparently likes to play against the Friars.
Well, he's a scoring point guard, and when he's putting pressure on the defense and also keeping his teammates involved, their team plays well, and they have a good chance to win. Tonight, he's done a lot of everything. He's hit the three ball. He's gotten into the gaps and been a creator, and he needs to keep staying aggressive. That's the key for him, to keep the pressure on the defense.
Already 7 points, 1 assist, no turnovers so far for Kadeem Carrington.
You know, it's interesting, this Seton Hall team, you know, in Big East play, they have 4 guys that account for 80% of their offense. When you talk about Rodriguez, Carrington, Delgado, and Powell, so that's a real deep scoring team right there. 4 guys that can go off.
A turnover here. Here comes Diallo. Alpha Diallo has it poked away by Miles Kale. Hang on a second. Desi Rodriguez, we got a whistle. Desi Rodriguez is down by the Providence bench.
I have no idea what happened to him.
Jeff Anderson blew the whistle. As soon as the possession went back over to Seton Hall, Jeff Anderson blew the whistle. Desi Rodriguez is still down, being looked at by one of the trainers, I believe, for Providence.
First, it looked like it might have been his shoulder, because he was whole calf.
Comes Desi, and he slipped. Play here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, so sometimes you have moisture on the floor.
Just hope it's not serious. And this is a tough kid. This kid is from the Bronx. Hard-nosed, physical player who it's hard to see him down on the court for a long stretch because he's never the type of kid that stays down long when he gets hit.
Angel Delgado, his classmate, and his teammate obviously comes over to try to help him off. But that's not what you want to see if you're Seton Hall. Desi Rodriguez, the leading scorer, a guy who has been on fire his last 5 games, 5 straight with at least 20 points. Heading back to the locker room right now with 3:48 to go.
That's a huge blow if he doesn't come back. You know, the good thing is Carrington seems to have some rhythm, and you know, he hasn't played great offensively up into this game, Carrington, but he's showing signs that the old Carrington is back, as we talked about earlier. 7 points and 1 assist early on. With Carrington out of the game, he has to be more and more aggressive, along with Powell in the backcourt.
You just wonder with the moisture, with ice underneath here, it's been unseasonably warm in the Northeast the last couple of days. Is that the reason for maybe some moisture on the floor? Miles Powell, shot clock down to 10. Sanogo with the shot clock at 5, knocks it down, and that's what Ishmael Sanogo can do. And he hasn't shown the offensive game, but he has really improved his game over his time at Seton Hall.
Well, he's a glue guy that's not counted on to score. It's all gravy when he does. Nice job stepping up and hitting that shot.
And an offensive foul called here against Rodney Bullock.
Sanogo was wide open because Bullock cheated and tried to sag to help it in case Delgado got the ball, and Sanogo had plenty of time and space to get that shot off.
Rodney Bullock will go to the bench. Jalen Lindsey comes back in. It's It's a 4-point lead for Seton Hall here on the road, but Desi Rodriguez is back in the locker room right now for the Pirates. Sonogo now gets fouled by Jalen Lindsey as he went up for the alley-oop.
That was a set play. Great execution by Seton Hall. Perfect back screen for Sonogo, who got behind the defense. Lindsey did not see the backdoor cut coming, and Sonogo made a pay.
Sonogo, a 57% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Nate Watson will come back in.
Sonogo coming off his second straight scoreless game versus DePaul. And as I said, you know, he doesn't have to score to be effective. His role is to be physical, be a rebounder, be a guy that can defend multiple positions, and be a leader with his energy. And that's why he's on the court, and that's why Kevin Willard trusts him.
Makes them both. Philip Flory has checked in for the first time here for Seton Hall. Also now for the first time for Providence is Drew Edwards. So both 25s are in now for their respective teams. 31-25, Seton Hall leading. 2:56 to go here in this first half. And does Providence have a run? It's a 14-3 run by Seton Hall. Watson against Delgado. Good move by Nate Watson, the freshman, against Delgado.
Well, he has some talent. Ed Cooley is very high on this freshman. Big, wide body, explosive. He got wide down there and finished with ease.
Kale underneath here for Delgado against Watson. Delgado gets the roll.
And that's just a senior taking a rookie to school. Delgado, great footwork, great poise. He loves that left shoulder jump hook.
4 points for Angel Delgado. Watson going back at Delgado, and he draws the foul this time. And Delgado's frustrated with the call.
Delgado feels a lot of confidence when he has one-on-one coverage. They're not doubling him, so he just backs Watson down and goes over that left shoulder. And that's his go-to shot down low in the post.
Watson, a 70% free throw shooter. That one down.
Talk about the Big East and what makes it so great. Well, this young man, Watson, just a freshman from Northern Virginia, he's getting a chance to see where his talent matches up against probably one of the best big men in the league in Angel Delgado, and he is not backing down. Strong move by Watson, gets rewarded by going to the line.
He knocks them both down. Providence had missed their last 5 free throws prior to those 2. By the way, Malik White back in, Kyron Cartwright out, so he doesn't pick up that 3rd foul before the end of the first half, at least the defensive foul. Carrington, aggressive now to the right, able to get the roll.
Big time move. Yeah, he's a left-handed player, but switched hands and got into the paint with the crossover dribble again and finished with his offhand in traffic.
Back up to a 6-point lead, 9 points on the night so far here for Kadeem Carrington. Malik White gets the screen, goes back door, able to put it in off the feed from Alpha Diallo. 4 points now for Malik White.
Now that was a set play by Providence. Great back screen from Malik White. Carrington loses sight, and White finishes in the paint.
Delgado one-on-one again. Oh, that was pretty. And he's smiling. He loved it.
It was just great footwork, great poise, and he knew that Nate Watson was going to bite on the up fake. Took him to school.
1 minute to go here in the first half. 6-point lead here for Seton Hall. White for 3. No. And this is out of bounds. Will stay Providence ball.
Now Providence has to make a decision if they're going to double Delgado because it's too easy down there. He gets the ball down low in single coverage and just takes his time, and then the up and under move gets Watson up in the air, and then the rest is easy.
I just love the smile. That was great. 68 career double-doubles, tying Larry Bird, David West, Paul Millsap, all time. Those are pretty good names to be in company with.
He's going to be he'll be in company with them also when he plays in the NBA next year, because he certainly has a bright future.
Cartwright is back in, and Cartwright turns it over. Has to be careful not to pick up a foul here. Carrington off the glass, puts it in, has 11, and now it's 39-31. And Providence can hold for the final shot.
And great recognition by Carrington. He knew that Cartwright had 2 fouls, and he had the control and the pace in the open court to finish and not get the charge. So that was a great decision by the senior guard.
Cartwright, 5 seconds to go against Sanogo. 2 seconds. Cartwright puts it up, got it, and the foul with 5/10 of a second left. That could be exactly what Providence needs to go into the locker room.
Well, he just was determined to get a shot off, and it took a lot to get that shot off over Sanogo, who's an excellent defender. But he got the ball up high over the outstretched arms and has a chance to make the traditional three-point play.
It was a 22-9 extended run prior to that of three-point play. Cartwright gets out, 5-point lead for Seton Hall. The momentum was all for the Pirates up until that three-point play. And now 5/10 of a second remaining here in the half. And Delgado will just hold it. On the road, Seton Hall shot 52% from the floor in the first half. Kyron Cartwright was plagued with foul trouble. Desi Rodriguez, though, left the game with an apparent leg injury. We hope he's okay. 39-34, Seton Hall leading at the half. Mike Hill, Casey Jacobson will be back with a Chief halftime report right after this.
How do you show up?
All right, Olivia, let's go.
Do you just bring it? Or do you bring it all?
Focus, we gotta go.
Third row, like a pro. Current eligible SEs can get this low-mileage lease on this 2018 GMC Acadia SLE1 for around $259 per month for 36 months. We are professional grade GMC.
Home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately. Whether at home,
help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
In the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
And on the go.
Help, I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 10 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-961-5220. That's 1-800-961-5220. Call now, 1-800-961-5220. For a free brochure, call 1-800-961-5220.
Keep on pulling through. Do it for the family back home. Home, 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 sweet home. Home, sweet home. It's not so far away now.
Reason number 12 why you should own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. They require no attachment to your home's plumbing. Simply fill it with a garden hose and plug it in. ThermoSpa's unique thermofiltration system is completely built in and filters the water an incredible 144 times a day, so your water stays crystal clear with very little maintenance. Call to receive a free DVD and 48-page brochure and find out how you can own a ThermoSpa's for only a few dollars a day. And right now, we're offering 0% financing. There will never be a better time to own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. This offer includes free delivery, free chemicals, and a $400 cash coupon. That's $1,000 in savings. So call now and ask about 0% financing.
ThermoSpas.
800-766-0672.
Come on now. Speak for yourself. All I'm saying is...
Throw the scripts out. Listen, Whitlock, I'm a polarized fire starter. Whitlock has created a fire. This corrupt system.
Calm down.
Stop. I am what I am.
Cowherd. Here's my problem with what has happened in the American media. We have deep-rooted issues.
Colin, who goes to a stadium looking for an opinion?
Here comes the Twitter avalanche. That's the way you do it.
Welcome to the Jeep Grand Cherokee Halftime Report. Welcome inside. It's halftime between Seton Hall and Providence. We're inside our LA studios. Mike Hill, Casey Jacobson hanging out with you. Good game going on there. 2 more games over on FS1 tonight in the nightcap. NCAA tournament hopeful USC on that bubble right now. Visits Colorado at 10:30 Eastern, but it's first. It's third-ranked Villanova. #1 projected seed right now hosting DePaul at 8:30 Eastern. Here's a look behind the scenes with the Wildcats and head coach Jay Wright as we get you wired up.
The competitiveness in our practices are great and amazing. I think that's what makes us better in games because how hard we get after it.
1 second longer. Hold it. Go. That's it. That's it.
We want to create habits in practice. We feel like every time you step on the floor, you're either creating a good habit or a bad habit.
Solid? Yes. Yes. Yes.
I think Coach knows we all want to do the right thing, so he more so gets on us about just technique and learning the right way to play basketball.
The perfect shot is when your elbow's under the ball and you lift the ball in one motion to the rim. That's the perfect shot.
Coach is always engaged in practice, and he wants every player to be the best player they can be.
And you see you falling out of bounds after making a pass? Yeah. Don't get rid of the ball.
We always just playing hard, and that's the main thing. You know, you look around these walls in our gyms, you see play hard everywhere. So it's real intense, and and we wouldn't want anything less than that.
Villanova is always a factory coming off a big win against Xavier. Always high expectations, and they got good news because Phil Booth coming back after missing the last 7 games with a broken hand. What kind of factor would that play into?
Oh, it's big time. This is a Villanova team, Mike, that is really good shooting the basketball, and they're only going to get better now that Phil Booth is back in the lineup. One of my biggest takeaways from their win against Xavier was they still rely so heavily on the three-point shot, and they blitzed Xavier. That was one of the reasons why they won this game so easily. Villanova is 13th in the nation in three-point shooting, 40%. And when they hit threes, Mike, they are the best team in all of America. But to me, they rely so heavily on it because of the way that they're made up. Even their big guys. Amari Spellman is a big guy that likes to step out and shoot. Eric Pascal is a big guy that likes to step out and shoot as well. Their last 2 losses, Mike, against St. John's and Providence, they're 11 for 53 from the three-point arc. So to me, if Villanova is going to make a Final Four and win a national title, they have to shoot at least their average from the three-point line.
Being effective from three-point land is the MO for Villanova. 42% from 3 when they win, 26% in those losses this season. But back to Booth, who's back. He's going to come off the bench tonight after missing those last 7 games. Dante DiVincenzo's been playing lights out. So if you're Jay Wright, what do you do with that dynamic?
It's a tough problem, but it's a good problem because you have 2 good players. I think Jay Wright sits down with Phil Booth and says, hey, look, you're one of our veteran leaders. Dante's been playing so well. Let's continue to work you back in the lineup by playing you off the bench and allow Dante to continue this hot streak that he's on.
It's kind of working out.
It is working out.
Yeah, 24-3 once again, a projected #1 seed right now. Second half between Seton Hall and Providence coming up next. Enjoy it, everybody.
Hi, Phil Swift here for Flex Glue, the super strong rubberized glue. Flex Glue's a powerful adhesive with amazing instant grab. It locks into place and it holds on tight. Flex Glue acts like a magnet. Even this heavy brick is gonna stick. And our Pro formula has even more instant grab. so you can tackle the biggest jobs. Now there's Flex Glue for everything you do. With Flex Glue, you don't need screws or nails, making it perfect for all types of repairs. Not only does Flex Glue have amazing instant grab, but it actually gets stronger over time. And once it reaches maximum strength, Flex Glue can easily lift over 1,000 pounds. Indoor and outdoor projects, virtually any material in all conditions. Wood, glass, tile, and metal, Flex Glue is so strong, it even works underwater. So you can apply Flex Glue underwater, and it even dries underwater. This rubberized adhesive is UV resistant and totally waterproof. To show you the power of Flex Glue, we took all these parts and Flex glued them together and built the Flex Glue Monster 4x4. Slamming into giant logs and rocks, Flex Glue's powerful bond withstands the shocks and holds this beast together. Now any project, big or small, with Flex Glue, you can do them all. You can get Flex Glue plus a handy size of either Flex Seal, Flex Shot, or Flex Tape for just $19.99. Call now.
Honda knows that when it comes to winter, you want the upper hand. So to make sure it could handle the harsh weather, we took the HR-V with available real-time all-wheel drive and pushed it to its limits at a test facility in Baudette, Minnesota. So the next time you're in treacherous conditions, show winter who's in charge. In the HR-V from Honda.
The show's popping. I knew I was right. There is a rule that a cab driver should not be talking on the phone when they have a fare in there.
There we go. Let me tell you one thing, brother. Narcomania's running wild with Michael K, brother. I'm going to narc out every one of these cab drivers.
Why are you guys mocking me when I'm doing the right thing?
Michael K will now never be able to get a cab in New York again.
Narcomania. The narcster's here. That's what I'm talking about. See?
The Michael K Show. Weekdays starting at 3. Right here on Yes.
Oh, my goodness, what a shot. Wow. 495 feet.
Welcome back to the Jeep Halftime Report here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. A 5-point lead for the Seton Hall Pirates on the road against Providence, going for the season sweep of Providence. And for Seton Hall, a key is points in the paint, and that's obviously a key when you got a guy like Angel Delgado.
Well, it wasn't just Delgado, although he was a big part of it. The guards did a great job of penetrating and making plays through their creativity and just really playing through the post, either Delgado one-on-one coverage. He had a mismatch, and then Carrington and Powell both did a good job of getting into the paint through dribble penetration. Providence, on the other end, shot a lot of threes, made 4 of them, but they just could not sustain the runs that Seton Hall went on. And obviously, the foul trouble of Cartwright changed the game because he had to sit out an extended time.
Now, as far as Seton Hall is concerned, Desi Rodriguez got off to a good start, picked up 2 quick fouls. He had 9 points and 1 rebound in that first half. But all of a sudden, things turned for the worse when he injured his leg. It looked like a left knee injury, and you're going to see it right here. Watch him as he slips on the court. He would have to be helped to the locker room.
And it's a huge injury, obviously, because he's your leading scorer and probably your most versatile wing when you talk about scoring on the outside and also attacking the rim. We don't know if he's going to play yet, but obviously he's a big part of this team, and they need his presence.
We hope to have an update when we come back after this on the Jeep Halftime Report.
You know Seton Hall for basketball, but we're a whole lot more.
We have amazing classes and professors who really care if you succeed.
We are Catholic at our core, and we welcome students of all faiths.
We're close to New York City, which is great for finding internships and jobs.
The day we graduate from Seton Hall, we're ready to make our mark on the world.
Oh, and we're really good at basketball, too.
In life, you have to adapt to your environment.
That's why Jaguar has developed a unique, instinctive all-wheel drive system. It constantly monitors the road surface and driver inputs hundreds of times every second. Perfect dynamics, outstanding performance all year round. Jaguar all-wheel drive. For great offers, visit your Jaguar retailer during the Impeccable Timing sales event.
I'm just worried about the house and taking care of the boys. Zach, talk to me.
It's for the house. I got a job.
It's okay. Dad took care of us.
Principal, we can help you plan for that.
Log cabin lovers deserve the best. Visit eloghomes.com to see hundreds of spectacular log cabins. Register now at eloghomes.com and qualify for an additional 25% off and free handcrafted options.
This game is about more than just speed or skills. It's about being everywhere you're needed. I've got the court covered. Just like Metro PCS covers 99% of people in the U.S. Metro PCS, wireless figured out.
MasterChef Junior returns with a familiar face. It's a fierce competition, so no kidding around.
The bar is set really high.
I need a hug.
MasterChef Junior premieres Friday, March 2nd on Fox.
I'm at risk of thinking there's just no point in trying.
I'm at risk of looking in the mirror and hating what I see.
I'm at risk of regretting what I do, just to join the crowd.
I'm at risk of being told not to tell.
But with Girls Inc. in my corner,
there for me every day, believing in me,
showing me what's possible,
I can be strong enough to respect myself and my body,
to finish school,
to be a leader,
to break the cycle.
With you in my corner,
I will not be another statistic.
I will fight for myself,
for my future.
With you in my corner, I will win.
Fuel her fire and she will change the world. Girls Inc. Inspiring all girls to be strong, smart, and bold.
College basketball, Saturday.
Time now for the Jeep Stats comparison, a look from the first half, and you see the points in the paint and the points off turnovers. Big advantage for Seton Hall in that first half. As we welcome you back, Justin Kutcher alongside Tyreek Turner again. The story in that first half is that Desi Rodriguez went out. We just found out the report is a mild ankle sprain. But Tyreek, he came out to warm up, and then he left and went back to the locker room.
Hey, we watched him, and he didn't look good. He tried to shoot a couple jump shots and could barely even get off the ground. He was clearly bothered by that ankle and certainly didn't want to put any pressure on it. So I guess it's going to be a minute-to-minute thing, but it wouldn't surprise me if he sits out the rest of this game.
Miles Kale is going to start in his place here for the second half for Seton Hall. He went out, Desi Rodriguez did, in the first half at the 3:48 mark. Seton Hall outscored Providence 12-9 from that point on. Providence will start with the ball here to open up the second half, trailing 39-34.
Cartwright has to be more aggressive, looking for his shot, but also making plays for his teammates.
Bullock misses his first attempt in the second half. The rebound by Sanogo. Here comes Powell in transition for three, knocks it down.
That is not how you want to start if you're the Friars, giving up a three to Powell, and then Powell, who was quiet in the first half, never loses confidence, has the green light to pull from three.
That's the first three of the game for Powell, and now Powell gets called for a foul.
The thing about Powell is he has deep range. He was well beyond the three-point line, and Cartwright not close enough on him. You got to close out on him, make him a driver, not a shooter.
That's the third foul now against Miles Powell, so that's something to watch here for Seton Hall.
Friars going back to their flex offense, trying to be patient but also aggressive.
Cartwright, step back jumper over Ishmael Sanogo.
And he has to do more of that. Even if he's forcing the action, he's a better player for his team when he's an aggressive scoring point guard, not just a passer.
Powell for three again. Back-to-back threes for Miles Powell, who's got 10 now. And again, without Desi Rodriguez, 3 fouls for Miles Powell. You wonder, what does Kevin Willard do? He has already brought Aaron Gordon off the bench. The three is off the mark, long for Cartwright. Offensive rebound for Young. Here's Bullock. Bullock misses again from up close. Sanogo with a rebound.
Those bunnies, you have to finish those. Rodney Bullock, one of the top scorers on this team.
Delgado gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line.
It's amazing for Seton Hall, when you knock down a couple long balls like Powell, how it opens up things in the paint. Delgado, so good at cutting and diving to an open space, found that lane and goes straight to the rim.
Delgado got fouled by Jalen Lindsey. That was the third against Lindsey. So quickly, Isaiah Jackson up off the bench for Providence. Delgado can't hit the free throw. Powell goes to the bench with 3. Into the game is Aaron Gordon, and this is again where the injury to Desi Rodriguez comes into play. We've already seen Miles Cale start the second half in place of Rodriguez. Now you have to extend that bench and bring in Gordon. And Delgado misses both free throws. That's the Achilles heel for Angel Delgado. Jackson backing down Gordon. Cartwright left open for 3. Here comes Carrington.
Carrington looking to push. He's very good at controlling tempo off the miss. And
this time he gets it swatted by Rodney Bullock.
Good rotation by Providence, and both Young and Bullock corralled Carrington and kept him from even getting close to getting that shot off. Nice block.
It is a 9-point lead, though, here for Seton Hall. 45-36. And a timeout call here by Carrington, having trouble getting the ball inbounds. But the Pirates leading here on the road in the second half over Providence.
This President's Day at Kia, we're bringing meaning back to value with America's best value.
Value with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Value from the brand ranked highest in initial quality with a Sorrento and Optima made right here in America. Kia, a value like no other this President's Day. Right now, lease the 2018 Sorrento L for only $179 a month with $500 bonus cash applied towards down payment.
I've been using the Total Gym for almost 40 years. The reason I use it? Because it works.
Everybody work out, feel the energy. Build a better body, that's what you can be. Better body, easy as 1, 2, 3. Strong abs, lean back, tight buns, love to run, scab crunch, chest fly, pull those arms over high. Lumbar row, side bend, bicycle, give me 10, leg pull, press, back row, way to go. Sweating yet? It feels good. Better body, easy as 1, 2, 3 with Total Gym.
I wouldn't wait. Now is the best time to get in the best shape of your life with the Total Gym.
If I go down, so will you.
You still think you know what I will and won't do.
I'll be coming for you.
You have no idea what's really going on, Ivy. I'm going to make miracles happen.
Gotham returns Thursday, March 1st on Fox.
Now we're talking.
Largest lead of the game for Seton Hall, 9 points over Providence right now. As we take a look around the Big East for news and notes, Butler, a big win yesterday over Creighton, overtaking the Blue Jays for 4th place in the Big East. How about St. John's? I know this brings a smile to your face.
Yeah.
What they have done after that win over Duke, they have kind of turned things around.
It's amazing what confidence and momentum does, along with the great play of one of the best guards in the country, in Shamari Pons, who's playing as well as anybody the last few weeks.
There's Carrington. Back to Delgado.
See the patience with Seton Hall. They don't take quick shots.
Gordon misses the 3. The rebound by Khalif Young.
By them not taking quick shots, that's how they control tempo and try to extend this lead. Providence needs to get a basket. Let's see if they can get some paint touches, get some pick and roll action maybe with Cartwright.
Here is Cartwright. Cartwright hangs, and he'll draw the contact, and he'll go to the free throw line for 2 as Aaron Gordon will get called for the foul. That's the first against Gordon, and the team's first.
And I'm sure in that last timeout, Ed Cooley talked to Cartwright and his team about, hey, look, we're down 9 right now, and we have no energy. You know, in the second half of their last game versus Butler, they shot 15% in the second half. So if you're going to miss shots, you want to be aggressive. And certainly that starts with Cartwright, their point guard, being more aggressive with his dribble penetration, looking for a shot, and hoping the defense will allow him to find the shooters.
And I misspoke. That was the second team foul. Miles Powell checked back in. Powell picked up the other team foul here in the second half, and he is back in the game with 3. Sanogo down low for Delgado against Bullock. Difficult angle, good defense there by Bullock, and the rebound by Young. Again, Sanogo nearly poked that one away. Diallo, the step back jumper. And this is out of bounds. A few jerseys in blue all went for it. And it was Sanogo and Powell both going for the rebound. Out of bounds off of Seton Hall, will stay Providence ball.
Seton Hall defensively is making a concerted effort to keep the ball in front in that man-to-man defense, but also try to contain the Friars from getting into the paint. Diallo is really that only other guy, along with Bullock, that is offensive-minded with this lineup.
Providence 1 for 6 from the floor to open up in this second half. Cartwright. His pull-up. They get 1 for 7, but a foul on the floor. This will go against Seton Hall. And a foul will be against Aaron Gordon, his second, team's 3rd. And by the way, you talk about concerted effort. Kevin Willard making a concerted effort to get his now leading scorer off the floor with those 3 fouls, and Miles Powell any chance he can defensively.
I think that's a smart move and also shows the trust in his bench.
Bullock for 3, hits it.
It's an understatement to say that Providence needed that shot. And more importantly, Bullock sees the ball go through the rim, and now this crowd is starting to get some life.
8 points now for Rodney Bullock. He had the opening 3 in the game. And like you said, the crowd here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center comes to life. Delgado underneath, able to put it in and silence the crowd.
Nice high-low action and great hands by Delgado. That screen and roll game working to perfection.
Young the other way, too strong. Jackson can't get the rebound. Here comes Carrington.
Now by Providence getting back in transition. Carrington continues to push the tempo. He's trying to get early offense first. If they don't have anything, he pulls it out, makes sure his team gets a good shot.
Shot clock at 10. Carrington against Bullock. Bullock nearly knocks it away. Shot clock now at 5. Carrington maybe gets over the travel. Kale's 3. It's an air ball and a shot clock violation. So no traveling, but it's still a turnover here for Seton Hall.
Delgado, well, first is the offensive end, the inside-outside action. Bullock knocks down a well-needed 3. And then the big man Delgado showing his offensive game, finishing with the contact.
You need more light, but installation is expensive and small stick-up lights just don't get it done. Why settle for one light when you can have 60? Introducing the Bell & Howell Light Bar, the incredibly powerful portable light with 60 LED lights. Now you can have light anytime, anywhere you need it. Whether it's around the house where you always wished you had more light, or take it outside and finally illuminate that shed. Brighten up your workshop like the pros, or take it with you to get the wide, bright light you need to see everything. And it's so simple, one charge can give you 12 hours of power with 60 LEDs that are rated for up to 10,000 hours. And that means no batteries ever, potentially saving you hundreds. The Bell & Howell Light Bar has two powerful modes, bright mode for everyday use or insane mode with 720 lumens of pure power, and is strong enough to be seen from over 2 nautical miles away. So it's perfect for camping, fishing, or hunting. And you can stabilize the light bar anywhere with 2 built-in stands to light up a backyard barbecue or balance right on the engine block under the hood. Then fold in and lay on its back for under the sink. You'll be amazed at all the places you can use it. And when the power goes out, the light bar automatically turns on, keeping you and your family safe. Amazing! And the light bar gives you 60 times the lights of this flashlight. Portable lights are hot, bulky, and can cost hundreds, but the light bar goes anywhere, never gets hot, and weighs in at only 1 pound. When you call or log on now, you'll get the Bell & Howell Light Bar for the low price of only $19.95. But wait, order right now and we'll ship it to you absolutely free. And when you order today, you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. Bell & Howell has been a trusted brand for over 100 years, and the light bar is only $19.95. But you must order now.
To order, call 1-800-537-4022. That's 1-800-537-4022, or order online at trylightbar.com.
College basketball, Saturday.
Big East basketball is sponsored by Jeep Grand Cherokee. Here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, a 6-point lead for Seton Hall, looking for the season series sweep over Providence, 47-41. And how cool is this for Kevin Willard? He has his sons, Colin and Chase, with him on this trip. They were at shoot-around today, and of course, Kevin Willard, his dad was a coach, and he said some of the greatest times of my life were going to games with my dad. And he said, you know, his dad became a head coach when he was in high school. So he went to games when his dad was an assistant coach with the Knicks. I asked him, was there one player in particular who was really good to you? And he said, Mark Jackson.
Yeah. You know, it's special. And his dad, Ralph Willard, who coached him at Pitt, I actually played against Kevin Willard when he was at Pitt, and his dad was the coach. And I know how special their relationship is. So he's carrying it down to his generation with his kids. It's beautiful to watch.
Kyron Cartwright hanging, drawing the contact, and he'll go to the free throw line.
And Cartwright had the angle because of the ball reversal. Nice skip pass, diagonal skip pass that gave Cartwright the angle as Seton Hall tried to close out. Cartwright very good at attacking the closeout and getting into the gap.
The fouls against Sanogo, his third. And just going back to that, if I'm not mistaken, you were also a ball boy at Virginia?
Yes. You don't forget those times. You know, I mean, growing up around the game, you know, and being around older players and dreaming to be on the court like them is very similar to what Kevin Willard experienced growing up under his dad. I mean, it's just something that you never forget. And then when you have kids, you pass it on to these two little guys who I'm sure are basketball junkies. Good memory, man.
Yeah, studying the stat sheet right there, looking over the box score.
And there's a good chance they'll probably both be coaches or players or both, like their dad.
Great memories will last a lifetime for those two kids, and also for Kevin Willard. 47-42, just about 5 minutes into the second half here in Providence. Justin Kutch alongside Tyreek Turner. Carrington finds Delgado, and Delgado gets it and the foul.
Well, it started with the creativity and the dribble penetration of Carrington, and Carrington has the ball. The way he's playing right now, he had Diallo on the island, and he said, look, I'm going to break you down and then make the defense collapse, and that's what he did. Great dribble penetration, and Delgado, who's the best target to pass to because he catches everything and he finishes everything.
Delgado. converts the three-point play.
This Providence team is in a kind of a crisis right now because they are not scoring the ball consistently and they're not getting stops. And they have to find a way to get some rhythm. I think their best job is their best way to do that is continue to attack the rim.
Cartwright picked up the dribble. Alpha Diallo, he's been quiet for a while. Shot clock down to 7. Cartwright underneath. Young is open. A good find by Kyron Cartwright. He drew the attention, and Young was able to slip to the hoop.
Cartwright kept his dribble just an extra second to kind of string the defense out, which gave Young enough time to find the open space for the layup.
Zone here for Providence. Delgado in the middle. Powell draws the contact. Gets it to go. Wow!
How about that? I mean, that is just incredible. The concentration, the body control, and now Powell. Not only is it a 4-point play almost, but it's now Cartwright's 3rd foul.
Powell playing with 3 fouls, able to draw the 3rd foul against Kyron Cartwright and somehow get that shot to go.
Big-time shot by the big-time shooter.
He's now 3 for 3 from 3 this half. And this is the largest lead of the game for Seton Hall. Jackson facing the double team. Tries the wraparound pass, turns it over. Here comes Powell. Powell off the glass, puts it in. He was looking for the foul as well.
He is taking over this game. Powell has
16 points now for Powell.
Rodriguez is out of the game, but I'm still here, and I can get buckets. And he's done it a number of ways.
12 points. That's the lead. Diallo for 3 again. His 2nd 3 of the game for Alpha Diallo. Not known as an outside shooter, but they're going to need offense from somewhere. He had 25 in the first meeting.
Offensively, Seton Hall has been very disciplined in the half court.
A whistle away from the ball again. Now at this time it's Powell who looks like he slipped and fell.
The hesitation dribble and the straight line drive by Powell, who uses the glass and scowls at the camera.
I can't help but think it's got to be the warmth.
Did he slip also?
Yeah, I think so. It's the warmth here in Providence. I mean, it was over 70 degrees here yesterday. This court is over ice.
First Bullock slips, and then Powell slips. Very similar to the way Rodriguez did in the first half. You're right.
And what's even more shocking is how cold it is, yet still here in the arena.
Yeah, it's drafty in here. You got to be concerned about this, and certainly, you watch 3 guys slip the same way.
You mentioned
back to Rodriguez.
Yeah, you mentioned Rodriguez. This was in the first half with 3:48 to go. He went down. We've been told it's an apparent ankle injury.
I wonder if both coaches are going to have to speak on this. Obviously, you want the game to continue, but you want guys to be safe. I'm sure the officials are discussing this now because you've seen 3 spills by 3 different players, almost identical.
Tim Clougherty, Jeff Anderson, James Breeding, the officials, discussing the situation at hand. I mean, you've got not the grounds crew, but essentially the grounds crew, the towel crew out there trying to make sure everything is cleaned up. Now the coaches are both coming over to midcourt to speak with the officials.
Because there's been no contact on all 3 slips. So it leads you to think that there is something going on under the court with the ice.
And I've had a couple of games this year where situations similar to this, and the officials.
Stu Jackson's coming over too, so you know it's got a lot of people involved in this issue right now. Sorry.
And the officials have been notified, and they've blown the whistle early in situations where maybe a team might have the advantage, but they don't care because they're doing it out of player safety. And ultimately, that's what you're worried about, player safety.
Yeah, one player's already out, Desi Rodriguez, so you don't want to see anyone get injured.
And Kevin Willard and Ed Cooley are both very good friends. They go back a ways. They were both coaches in the MAC. Kevin Willard was at Iona. Ed Cooley was at Providence. Excuse me, was at Fairfield U, and obviously now both here at Seton Hall and Providence. And you could see them, they're laughing right now. I mean, they're joking around, but obviously it's not a laughing matter to make sure that the player's safety, that's the first and foremost importance.
Absolutely. And you're exactly right. There's mutual respect by both coaches. And there's also mutual concern by both coaches that their players are safe and there's no injuries.
There's 13:03 to go in this game. And the importance of this game, we stated at the beginning. As these teams are battling for position, trying to get to 500, trying to get to 9-10 wins in conference play.
Yeah, and you know, that's exactly where we are in the season. And, you know, both teams are fighting for, you know, their postseason life. And, you know, I think looking at the numbers, Seton Hall has better numbers when you look at their RPI at 24, strength of schedule at 36. You know, 2 big wins versus Texas Tech and Louisville early on in the season, and then Providence not too far behind, but still a little bit more work to do with 8 conference wins. You know, this talks about speaks to the depth of this league, Justin. 1 through 10. It's as deep a league as we've seen from top to bottom in the new Big East era.
No doubt it's the deepest it has been since the conference realignment. And we're going to get an explanation right now here by James Breeding.
Because of the conditions with the ice, condensation coming from the floor, we got what we deemed an unsafe playing condition. Both coaches agree this game will be suspended. Not over. The league office will determine when to finish the game.
All right, so here is the situation. As we've been talking about, because of the heat outside, the condensation from the ice, the officials, the coaches have all gotten together. They have deemed the playing surface to be unsafe playing conditions. The game is now being suspended. It is not over. It is being suspended at the 13:03 mark. 56-47. The league, the Big East, will now make a decision on when to resume this game.
Yep, it's the right call. I mean, we watched it, Justin. I mean, there's 3 guys that have fallen with no contact, and ultimately the safety of the players is the utmost concern.
And again, I honestly think that because we saw Desi Rodriguez go out and get injured in that first half, it led to this decision ultimately being made, because you do not want to see anybody else get injured. And that may have scared everybody to make this final choice.
You're absolutely right. That injury is what got everyone's attention, as it should have. And then it was compounded by the spill by Bullock and then Powell back-to-back slipping with no contact. There's clearly an issue with the floor conditions, so they had to do the right thing.
And again, this game being suspended, it means they will not finish this game tonight. So they don't know when they will finish this game, but it will not be tonight. So everybody will be leaving the arena. The players, the teams, the fans, everybody will be leaving the Dunkin' Donuts Center. And the game has been suspended due to unsafe playing conditions. The condensation on the floor, it's too slick for the players. You don't want to risk any more injuries. And that's the reason for this game being suspended at the 13:03 mark, with a 9-point lead for Seton Hall. We're going to take a break right now, and we'll be back with some more here from Providence after this.
We had long deployments in Iraq. Really grateful that USA was able to take care of my family while I was overseas serving.
It was my very first car accident. We were hit from behind. I called USAA, and the first thing they asked was, "Are you okay?" They always thank you for your service, which is nice because as a spouse, you serve too.
We're the Hells, and we're USAA members for life.
See how much you could save with USAA by bundling your auto and home insurance. Get a quote today.
Reason number 12, why you should own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. They require no attachment to your home's plumbing. Simply fill it with a garden hose and plug it in. ThermoSpa's unique thermofiltration system is completely built in and filters the water an incredible 144 times a day, so your water stays crystal clear with very little maintenance. Call to receive a free DVD and 48-page brochure and find out how you can own a ThermoSpa's for only a few dollars a day. And right now, we're offering 0% financing. There will never be a better time to own a ThermoSpa's hot tub. This offer includes free delivery, free chemicals, and a $400 cash coupon. That's $1,000 in savings. So call now and ask about 0% financing.
ThermoSpas, 800-766-0672.
The Own the Adventure sales event is happening now. Land Rover, above and beyond.
Sometimes one moment changes everything. One song, one game, one mission. Support Make-A-Wish and help grant more life-changing wishes at wish.org.
Well, we're back here at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. You see the fans leaving the Dunkin' Donuts Center with 13:03 to go here in the game, 56-47. That's the reason, because the game has been suspended due to unsafe playing conditions. Justin Kutcher alongside Tyreek Turner. Tyreek, I've never been a part of a game in basketball when this has taken place. The condensation, again, it's been so warm, unseasonably warm here in New England the past couple of days. Record temperatures. There's ice under here because this is the home to the Providence Bruins. It's been slippery. Desi Rodriguez got hurt in the first half. The officials, the coaches all made the decision to say, hey, you know what, we can't play. So this is the injury to Rodriguez in the first half. He slipped untouched.
Yeah. And he rolled his ankle, and he tried to come out at halftime, and it did not look good. He could not put any pressure on that ankle. And then it comes back to what just happened, you know, with Powell and Bullock both slipping almost in similar fashion with no contact. So certainly the officials huddled up. They talked to Kevin Willard and Ed Cooley, got everyone together. Stu Jackson came together, the associate commissioner of the Big East, and the athletic directors came together, and they all agreed that they have to end this game, and I think it was the right call.
And so, again, this game is suspended. It will be picked up at the exact same moment, 13:03 to go, and we said how big this game is. And if we look at the Big East standings right now, you see Providence at 8-6, Seton Hall at 7-7. I mean, there is so much movement going to be taking place over the next couple of weeks. You have to resume this game.
Yeah.
The question will be, when will they resume this game? And that decision will be made by the Big East office.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's so much at stake, and there's a log jam of teams. There's 4 or 5 teams that are like almost kind of in the same pack. After Xavier and Villanova, you see that next quadrant of teams, Providence, Butler, Creighton, and Seton Hall, and they're all trying to figure out what their next life looks like in the postseason. So this is put on hold. You know, Val Ackerman, Stu Jackson, and company are going to have to stay up late and figure out a schedule that works for both teams. But you're right, it's going to have to happen soon.
Well, that will do it for us here in Providence. The game has been suspended due to unsafe conditions. 56-47, Seton Hall leading at this moment. For Tariq Turner, I'm Justin Kutcher. Thanks for watching.
There are so many great reasons to buy the Honda HR-V. It's the modern utility crossover with sleek styling, great fuel economy